Damn. Newstart was 10 years ago? Gee whiz. Doesn't feel that long ago I was taking a train to Footscray, getting doughnuts and lugging a swag around. Well. May as well talk about it. Yeah, let's take it back to the days. Back when I was doing ONW58. My mum drove me in there on the first day. Camping out in tents in national parks is where we stayed. At the start and end of each day, we'd go to Footscray.
Yep.
Go get some doughnuts, then go home on the train.
Yes, sir.
Man, when I think about it, they were such simpler days. Back when my life wasn't in this messed up state.
Yep.
Got to do some cool stuff I'll never get to do again with my mates. Sure, we had some falling outs, had some debates.
We did.
But in the end, I think we all look back fondly on those days. Looking back though, I just wish I knew what was at stake. The time in question was term 2 2014, but the way it all ended was kinda disappointing. Being the young novice I was, I made a few mistakes. Our delegation name was ONW58. It was 10 years ago, if you can believe that. Feels like yesterday I was being weighed down by the swag straps. Look back on it fondly though, we're all still mates. Remember the name, ONW58. Our first camp, we stopped at Apollo Bay. Love that place. I wish we'd stayed. Where we actually camped wasn't far away. When hiking, the views of the ocean would make my head sway. On the second camp, we went to Hamilton and started canoeing. The boys kept saying they'd tip us in the river. I felt like spewing. Even with life jackets on, you could tell that thing was deep. There was no way I was being sucked to death by a leech. Ended up canoeing as far as the South Australian border.
Yep.
It was a long trip home. I think the hours were 5 1/4. In fact, it was so long, I thought the van was gonna stall. We made it. Home before nightfall.
Yep.
On the train, called my mum before I reached Lebanon. Said I'm hungry, that shepherd's pie, you better have it there.
Yes, sir.
2 bowls later, I'm bloated and off to bed. Back to school on Monday, which I always dread.
Oh, yeah.
Me and one of the guys had a falling out over a girl my mate dated.
Brock.
It's a long story, but my opinion of her got clearly stated. I was one that from the outset, she clearly hated. From then the beef was on, the guy got quite jaded. On the last day we nearly punched it out at Footscray, 3-on-1. Really, the idea was quite cray-cray. In hindsight, I regret it now. It cost me a good day, and meant Newstart ended the wrong way. The time in question was term 2 2014, but the way it all ended was kinda disappointing. Being the young novice I was, I made a few mistakes. Our delegation name was ONW58. It was 10 years ago, if you can believe that. Feels like yesterday I was being weighed down by the swag straps. Look back on it fondly though, we're all still mates. Remember the name,